So, about an hour ago, the NFL released the preseason schedule, and it's just preseason, but it's still news. So, I'm just gonna make, a little quick video about it, giving my thoughts about, the games, because realistically, they don't matter, but to some extent, they kind of do. We'll get into that. So, the first preseason game, we go to Kansas City, and we get to watch the terrible Patrick Mahomes. Really, this game, starters only really play like a drive, so this game's pretty irrelevant, if we're being honest. So we're just gonna not really talk much about that one. Week 2, although we get the Niners. Jimmy G tore up the secondary last year, and now he comes back down to Houston for a preseason game. And usually starters in week 2 of the preseason play like a few drives to a quarter, so this one's really going to give us a pretty small indication of how good our secondary really improved and how good our O-line improved. That's really what you're looking for when you're looking at these preseason games. And week 3 we got the Rams, at the Rams, and this one's pretty big because for the most part teams play their starters for the whole first half, week 3 of the preseason, and we get the Rams. Talking about Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald. Our offensive line is going to be tested this game, and that's what we need. We need them to be tested to see if they're going to hold up throughout the season, because if we're being honest, how many D-lines are we going to get that are more dominant from an interior standpoint than the Rams? Because the Rams have Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh now. And then it's also a test for Deshaun Watson, because they have a pretty talented secondary over there in LA. So it's going to be a huge test for Deshaun Watson, a huge test for the O-line, the offense in general. And last season the Rams did have one of the most explosive offenses, so it's also going to be a huge test for the secondary. And yes, it is preseason. It's pretty much just vanilla offense and vanilla defense. They're not going to do anything special, but it's still a good indicator of where the teams stand. And week 4 at home for the Cowboys. Preseason week 4 doesn't really matter, if we're being honest. It's just like the last few people trying to get a spot on the roster. Preseason week 4, starters don't play, so I mean, it's just there. So those are kind of my thoughts on the schedule, I guess, for preseason. Really wasn't going to make this video, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to ask me what my thoughts were on the preseason schedule, and that's kind of my thoughts. Like, not really all that important, but it's like a good indicator of what things could be or what things will be. Mostly for the offensive line and secondary, because those were the 2 worst position groups last season, and hopefully they made some improvements and we're able to see that early on in the preseason. Anyways, guys, with that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.